SAFC Fan TV, I'm Shaun Middleton. I'm outside the University of Bolton Stadium, the home of Bolton Wanderers, with today's game, Bolton Wanderers versus Sunderland. The game is just finished. Bolton Wanderers 1, Sunderland 1, and now I'll be interviewing the Sunderland fans for their reactions of today's game. Thanks for your time, and also could you like, share and subscribe to our channel? That'd be very much appreciated. SAFC Fan TV, I'm with Grant Thompson. Grant, bit of a disappointing day, isn't it?
Where do I start? I'm a big Jack Ross fan. Today I can't defend him. How bad was that? Seriously, honestly, I'll follow Sunderland all over. I love them a bit. Is it time to change? I don't know. Is it? Is it?
There's a lot of supporters.
They played them down as well, by the way. Jesus Christ, we played Bolton. They played Bolton. And we're like, oh my God.
Do you think them players are playing for that manager?
I did, but I'm not so sure.
Will them players run through a brick wall for that manager?
Will they run through for Roy Keane? Will they run through Jack Aldex? I think they might do Sam Aldex.
Could we attract Sam Aldex to one in their third tier English
football? Probably not. You're probably right, but could you get Roy Keane? Possibly. You've also, by the way, I've got to tell you, very careful what you wish for as a Sunderland fan. Very careful what you wish for. Very careful.
Any positive from Deano?
Have you?
No.
No. Any of that?
Man of the match?
Okay, no.
Thanks for your time. Have a safe journey home. Okay.
Thank you.
Cheers.
I hope that hasn't come across too.
No, it'll be on YouTube. Okay, mate. SAFC Fan TV. I'm with Richard, a Bolton fan. It was a disappointing day for a Sunderland fan, but I'm really happy. I'm glad that Hughes was saved, unlike Bury. Yeah, it's a positive thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously it's a club steeped in history, just like Sunderland is really, and obviously this town lives for its football. We've had great history in the past, and I mean, like I said, I think we played a battling performance. I think points was a fair result because first half we were brilliant, and that's what we can keep that up. I thought, it's good, and as long as we can, more fans get that second tier up, and that's what we want.
I think you were the better team first half. To be fair, I don't think we offered anything in the game really. I mean, well, spells, but I think you were the better team.
Yeah, I think it was, but I think the pre-season training that you lot had showed in that second half, because you really came at us. I mean, it was coming. It was unfortunate. It was a penalty, and to be honest, and after all the thing with McGeady throwing himself up floor, the anti-hero today. But yeah, I think a draw was a fair result.
Is it possible that Bolton Wanderers could stay up the season?
Anything's possible, mate. Anything's possible. You pray for miracles.
Miracles can happen.
Miracles. The first thing we need to get on 0 points, and then work our way up.
Thanks for your time. Have a safe journey home. Cheers, pal. Thank you. SAFC Fan TV. I'm with Nathan. Nathan, it's a bit of a disappointing day for Sunderland Football Club. How would you assess the performance?
Absolutely shocking, to be honest. I know Bolton played the under 16s and that in previous games, but today I just felt like, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do being a Sunderland fan? It's always 1-1 with Jack Ross. I'm sorry, I would want to give him a chance, but I just feel like we need something to change, with the players we have. I'm sorry, just something needs to change.
I've got to say, the fans coming out, I think it's overwhelmingly now that Jack Ross has got to go.
I'm sorry. I like to give someone a chance, and I spoke to this gentleman before. I did, and I says I think he should go. Yeah. This gentleman said he deserves a chance, but me personally, man, I live in Carlisle. Go home games, go away games, and I'm just like.
Do you think the players are playing for this manager?
6 and 2 frees, isn't it, really? I mean, some are, some aren't. I mean, I just feel people might criticise me for what I'm going to say now. I do feel we don't play to Will Griggs' stand, for his formation, you know what I mean? He's a man that needs the ball in the box, you know what I mean? He needs it at his feet, he needs to get it there. That is my general opinion.
Do you think this squad's good enough to get promotion this season?
Right now, no. Right now, I don't. I think we might get playoffs, but I don't think it's going to be automatic. You got Ipswich, Rotherham the other night. You seen Rotherham? You know what I mean? We scored a goal and we gave a penalty, and we just sat back.
This is 9 games gone now, and we've conceded in every game. I keep on seeing this every week. Is that a problem?
Of course, it's a fucking problem. We're conceding the goal every week. People might say, oh yeah, we'll win 3-1 that. You concede a goal, the opponents always have a chance, don't they?
Man the match if you could.
I'll give the fucking woman that served us my pasty at half time, that's what I'll give.
Thanks for your time. Have a safe journey home, okay? Cheers, mate. Thanks, mate. SAFC Fan TV, I'm Shaun Middleton. Len, it's a bit of a disappointing day. How would you sum the game up today?
I'm getting beat. But today, I've been supporting the club 50 plus years, and today, for the first time in my life, I've been embarrassed to be a Sunderland fan. I've sat with so-called fans in that end, and I was embarrassed, shouting for a guy who was one kick away last season from getting us into a different division. It was embarrassing and disgusting. You normally find your away fans that are a bit more diligent and behind the team, and at it today that was embarrassing. Honestly, I'm disgusted. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. That's fine, but support your team and then discuss it later.
Len, do you not think a season's long enough for a manager to prove himself?
You've got to realise the reason where we are today is because for the last 8, 9, 10 seasons there's been a manager every season. That's why we are where we are. People don't realise that. We are where we are because of that. You've got to give the guy a chance.
Then obviously you're on about the Premier League days where we sack manager, and it worked for a short period of time. Long term, I agree, it doesn't work. But you've got to face facts, mate. We're in the 3rd division.
Exactly. So people,
is this good?
Is that we're in the 3rd division? So we're not going to beat teams every week. Who would you have in? So I assume, from your demeanour, I reckon that you want rid of Jack Ross.
Well, I've got to be on the fence side, but to be fair, it doesn't help myself when we come down here, we play at bottom of the table, and they've conceded 17 goals in the last 4 games. Do you know what I mean? Do you think how can you stick up for him?
But who would you have in his place? So he goes somewhere. Who would you have?
Well, I know. That's fair enough. I mean, it would be risky taking on Kevin Phillips because he's never managed before. He's got his coaching badges. Roy King.
Don't talk. Kevin Phillips.
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, Alan Shearer at Newcastle. What did he do? Oh, they got relegated.
See, Roy Keane is a
scorer. Premier League.
Roy Keane's a signing a deal with Sky, so I don't think that's going to happen. So, I mean, people are saying about Sam Allardyce. Do you think that's the right thing to do? I mean, would he even come?
What's he won?
What's he won?
What's Sam Allardyce won? Tell us.
No, but
what's Sam Allardyce won?
He hasn't won anything.
I'll tell you what he did. He got West Ham up through the playoffs. Yeah. And he got Bolton to 6th into Europe. Very commendable. But he's won out. You know what I mean?
Well, lad. Billy Hogan from Hetton. SAFC Fan TV.
Yeah.
What a lad. Where are you from?
Sunderland.
Whereabouts Sunderland? Whereabouts are you from Sunderland?
Southwick.
Oh, no, Southwick, lad. Right, how now, again, because he's from Southwick. Do you not call it
anyway, cheers for your time, mate, okay? Cheers, thanks. Sorry about that. And that's a bit of thingy, but obviously you've got different opinions, you know what I mean? We can't all agree, can we?
We haven't been to the match, but we've been on the drink.
Thanks for your time, mate, thank you. SAFC Fan TV, I'm with Billy and Niall. Billy and Niall, how would you sum up the game today?
Why, I think it was absolutely terrible. It's about time we got Niall Quinn back. Well, my eyes, but Kevin Phillips would score goals left, right and centre. Catlamore, can I kick a ball?
Today's game, I think it was always going to be one of them. When you look at it from the outside looking in, Petersburg smashing Bolton 5-6 outs, and you look at it, and I always thought it was going to be one of them games where it was time for Sunderland to rock up, and it wasn't going to be an absolute crusader. But I think looking on like what's happened in the past victories, I think there's got to be a change in hand.
It's about time we start kicking the ball straight.
I think there's got to be a change in hand. Personally, I think.
Tell me that Chris Binks and Sam says couldn't kick a ball better than Catlamore and that divvy at left back.
It's like here, I think there's got to be, I've stuck with Ross like when people called him out straight away, but I thought I think especially after the year, I think there's got to be a change in that team.
If you were the owner, who would you, and obviously say Jack Ross goes tomorrow or next week, who would you appoint as Sunderland manager?
Well, look now, a lot of people got the opinion that who else is better out there. I think like people going about Keno and stuff like that, and to be honest, though, Keno would get us out of this league because I think just his passion alone would get us out of it.
He's just signed a deal with Sky Sports, hasn't he?
Right, but given a chance, the type of bloke he is, that's the type of bloke he likes a challenge. I think he would come back again. Now he always said he wouldn't come back after, like, as long as Ellis Short wasn't here. I think his passion alone would get us out of this league. I think that's what we're lacking at the minute, right?
You kind of go that way. You got little Steve Bruce, the man who just like did well for Sunderland, got slated for being a Geordie, but at the end of the day, he signed shite, but he played well, and like he'd get Sunderland back in the Premiership. But when he gets the Premiership, he gets sacked, and then you got to go for like some Mourinho, from my eyes.
Who would you say quickly man of the match?
Man of the match. Yeah, I think it was that average of performance from everyone. You couldn't pick one.
Like, I don't know, I'd have to go on the likes of a Bolton player, because Bolton just stood out and shunned the day. Like, poor Sunderland, as much as I love a Sunderland fan.
Like that, they've been smashing people 5-6-0, and today I just had the feeling coming down today it was just going to be one of these where everyone's been crusading them 5-6-0, and then today we turn up and meant to be the biggest team in the league, and it just hasn't happened.
Right, cheers for your time, lads. Okay.
Right back like John O'Shea.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.
Have a nice day.
Cheers. Thanks for your time, mate. Thank you, mate. Thank you, mate. Cheers. SAFC Fan TV. I'm Shaun Middleton. I'm with Malcolm. Malcolm, it's been a bit of a disappointing day for Sunderland Football Club. Is this an all-time low?
It's looking like it. It feels to me like we lost 1-1. That's how I would put it. I can't think. I've followed Sunderland home and away for 20-30 years. I can't think of any time I've felt less inclined to actually celebrate a goal. We scored a penalty there, and I just couldn't be bothered to celebrate that, because a 1-1 is the same as a 1-0. It was absolutely disgraceful in terms of the all-round performance. If we were unlucky, fair enough, but we weren't. It was just a horrendous performance. I can't pick a single player out who didn't deserve to be on the losing side, because they all did.
I mean, I didn't want to keep on going about the manager thing. I said today I'll come down here and I'll keep quiet about the manager, but after another performance like that, it's becoming very hard to stick up for Jack Ross now.
He's living on borrowed time. I've been sticking up for Jack Ross, because I think changing your manager isn't always the answer. But today, I have to say, we do need a change. And if that changes at the top, because the negativity that's brought us to where we are now is starting to creep back in. It's creeping back in big style. You can feel it in the crowd. It's toxic in the crowd. It's tension. It's everything's negative about the club again. And if we start on that game, because we did have a little bit of a bounce last year, went to Wembley twice, that sort of thing. But yeah, it comes down to the manager. He looking at him, he was arguing with the linesman about throw-ins and things like that. It seems to be getting to him as well.
It seems actually. I was sitting, me and my friend was sitting 4 seats away from Stuart Dunn and his son, and when it's the first time I've heard this season, what they were saying there, you get sacked in the morning. I looked at Stuart Dunn straight away, and his face said it all to me. Like,
yeah, I couldn't disagree with that. And as I say, I don't believe in just firing the manager every time things go badly and every time you get a bad result. But to me, at this point in time, and I'm not a person who reacts like that. Usually, I back the manager, but I can't see any other way out of this.
Do you think the players are good enough?
No, I mean, we're a Division 1 side, but it's not a great division. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, everybody's got a chance out. I would say there's 10-15 teams have got a chance of certainly being in the top 6. But if we're not careful, we won't be one of them.
So like now, going forward, I mean, it's only 9 games gone. We've conceded in every game as well. Is that another cause for concern?
It's the biggest thing for me. If you can't keep a clean sheet, look, today there was 2 teams on that field. One of the teams was thrown together with misfits, injured players trying to revitalise their careers, things like that, kids. And the team that looked like that was Sunderland. It didn't look like Bolton. Bolton didn't look the side who have been together all season. At the end of the day, if the 2 teams, if somebody had just come in that as a neutral and looked at them, they said the team with minus 10 points, the team that's struggling, the team that hasn't won a game, is the one in blue, not the one in white.
If I was asked you now where you think Sunderland will finish, and that's early days, where do you think Sunderland Football Club will finish? As it stands now, where do you think they'll finish end of the season?
I think because what you've said, you've hit the nail on the head with the early days. There's time to put this right, and we've got we should have with new owners, that sort of thing. We've got enough in the locker as a club to put things right. But I still see I would take top 6. I think we can do that, but that's what I would take at the moment.
I agree with you. It's a bit negative, like, and finishing the playoffs the size of our club, but I agree with you. That's the way it is now, isn't it?
Best we can hope for now.
Have a safe journey with me. Thanks, thank you, mate. Cheers, pal. Thank you. SAFC Fan TV. I'm Shaun Middleton. I'm with Sam. Sam, the game's finished 1-1. It's a bit of a disappointment, isn't it?
Absolutely shocking, to be honest. The quicker we get rid of Jack Ross is the quicker we get promoted. Honestly, I think he's terrible. We just need to get him out as soon as possible. Game plan, he had no game plan. He had no plan B. He played Luke 09 at left back. Honestly, I think he had nothing going forward at all.
I mean, it wasn't very good. I mean, I think we got one shot on target in the first half. It's not acceptable, really, is it, against the bottom of the team? Not being disrespectful.
Exactly. They were on minus 11 points. We didn't create anything at all. Second half, we got a lucky penalty, I'd say. We created really nothing, like, honestly.
If you were the manager of Sunderland Football Club, what would you set them players at full time in the dressing room?
I'd have a dig at them, honestly. They were absolutely terrible. It's no excuse going to Bolton and minus 11 points doing absolutely nothing. It's terrible.
Bolton were the better side though as well, weren't they?
They dominated the whole game. We were absolutely shocking, but credit to them, they were a very good side, honestly. They had a game plan. We looked like the team on minus 11 points. They looked like the team in the playoffs.
So if Jack Ross loses his job as Sunderland boss, who would you appoint as Sunderland manager?
Anyone? Gary Rowett. I'd take anyone at this point, honestly.
Man of the match?
Willis. I'd say Willis played quite well, to be honest. He defended really well considering we were getting attacked every 5 minutes, but yeah. It's good to see McGeady get a pen as well. Score a pen.
Thanks for your time, mate. Okay.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers. Thank you.
You.